Peace, man. Congratulations, man, on the Sacramento Kings making the playoffs since I was damn near like 23 or something. I forgot. I'm old as a bitch. Motherfucker, like shit, it's been like 17 years since they made. I was like 22, 23 years old. I don't know, 23, 24 or something in that range. But anyway, let's get to the business, man. Um, they was talking. I was posting. I was looking at a dude accountable commentaries post, and I wanted to comment on that joint. And and he was talking about never bring a foreign woman overseas, a foreign woman from overseas back to the states because of the whole holding them accountable and all this bullshit. Well, I mean, it's like this, man. Like, and I was reading stuff in the comment section there, and a lot of these guys, man, they don't have. I disagree with AC stuff and some of the people that was in the commissary or making the comments and stuff. So, like, my thing is this, man. I think I posted in there too. I said most of y'all females, most of y'all women cheating on you anyway. So you might as well give it a shot with somebody that's overseas because you're getting cheated on anyway over here. So it ain't really gonna change anything. And really, so that so-called Keisha culture that do accountable commentary was talking about, that's all over the world pretty much now. The whole world is liberal. So you really ain't gonna get that much of a different of a woman unless you like about to go into the jungle somewhere and some kind of lifestyle. I don't know. I've never experienced that shit, so I don't really know what this guy talking about in terms of what you trying to look for and stuff. Um, what else was I gonna bring up? The biggest thing, like, and a lot of times, man, in my personal opinion, and that's the childishness of a lot of people, man. To me, the childishness of people is that constant concern about cheating, and that's man and women, man. Constantly worried about what your significant other is doing. It ain't nothing you can do in this society, man. People gonna do what they want to do, and it's the day that people stop worrying about that stuff. Then maybe you can make some stuff work, because that's all I get. That's pretty much all you get when you dealing with a lot of these people. They never about trying to build something. They always worried about silly ass things. Things like cheating and who your significant other is around. You know what I'm saying? Just let stuff grow. All that stuff will come out in the whatever, in the rinse or the wash or whatever that saying is. And that's a big thing, man, with a lot of people, man. Stop constantly worrying about stuff like that. Cause I'll tell you straight up, man. Like, yo, I'm tired. Like, I'm generally tired of a lot of the people having because some of the arguments and the petty ass fallouts I have with people, bro, I could care less, man. Like, yo, as long as that person brings you some peace of mind, hey, I'm good. As long as they not falling out at the Red Lobster over some steak being rare and salad being brown, when really in reality this broad is having a lash out over the seriousness of the relationship. You know what I'm saying? As long as I don't get that, as long as I don't get no female that's having a fallout over the AC being too not being on at the apartment, dumb shit like that, silly ass things that already, you know what I'm saying, can be worked out. All these petty ass arguments and silly ass things I go through in life, or a female you with for 4 or 5 years, that every time everything's going good, they just gotta create, you know what I'm saying, create some kind of bullshit conflict out of nothing. Man, please, bro, I could live with all that stuff. I could, you know what I'm saying, I can live with a person that can at least keep my mind off of shit like that. And I don't think really, man, a lot of these dudes, man, in these comment sections don't even have experience with women like that to be concerned too much about who cheating. They don't got experience with dealing with women overseas because most of these dudes ain't about to go overseas. You know what I'm saying? They ain't about to go. So they always coming with all these assumptions and shit with really no real experience. That's a big thing. It's like, man, but like if you wanna but you should, you know what I'm saying? Give it a shot. I hope the best for the dude that's in the thumbnail on that page that he went they work it out. If they don't, then so be it. It's just another relationship that didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like it's really gonna matter. These situations ain't working out like that to begin with. You know, so I mean, you might as well give it a shot. But I'm telling you, man, I'm like, yo, as long as that person bring me peace. Like I was like, I'd have been like I said before, when it comes to the concept of marriage. Marriage is a business, man. And like with a lot of these people, man, they so damn silly. They not even worried about building. They so concerned about who you dealing with. That's why I'm not really that concerned about marriage like that. Because I'm like, yo, look, I don't want no overseer. None of y'all bros is my overseer. You're not monitoring what I do and who I'm dealing with in my off times and stuff, or who I'm dealing with when I'm not around. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? We building something, or we have a business together. That's which the marriage is, and in general. So I'm not sitting here concerning myself with all that type of stuff, all that petty tit for tat. Oh, you slept with this person, so I'm gonna go sleep with this nigga. Man, please, man, that shit is petty. It's nothing. It don't get nothing accomplished. It's meaningless. But that's how a lot of these people are. Ain't nobody breaking down no wall. Ain't nobody breaking down no marriage wall. And like I said, if a woman was to come in my life and talk some real shit, or had a real, you know what I'm saying, had some real talk for me, then I would listen. But I'm gonna tell them straight up, this is what I want out of the situation. That's even with my ex out in New York, man. I remember she tried to jump fly with me a few years ago, talking about I can't talk to you no more because of my fiance. I'm like, yeah, all right, well, congrats, but I don't think that bro had a fiance. I mean, I knew her since he was 19, 20 years old. If a dude was gonna snap that up, they would have been snapped it up. Not at 30, 31 years old, and then all of a sudden, these dudes ain't checking for these females like that. I ain't trying to be no asshole, but I just don't believe the hype. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody trying to check for these bras like that. When I went up to get my paternity test done for the boy, I told him, I hope she's married or found a great significant other. The dude was like, oh, that's what you think. These bras ain't being checked for like that. I'm not trying to be mean, but they ain't checking for them like that. So and then there'd be people that be so concerned about material things. Um, they talk about material things, so they'll be worried about if you bring a woman overseas and they take your they take you for child support and alimony. Who gives a fuck, man? All that stuff is taken out of your off your daily earnings, man, off your yearly earnings. So y'all, it's all calculated. I studied that stuff about all that stuff, the child support and the alimony or whatever you get or however you divide the properties up. But you can so-called go to your spouse about that stuff. It's people who got experience with that. I don't have no experience. This is just things that I've read up on, just in case if I have to experience that in my lifetime. But that's not nothing. That's nothing that you concern yourself about like that. You know what I'm saying? Right now, you pretty much just trying to meet somebody and have a good rapport with them and build from there. All that other stuff, that extreme stuff about somebody taking your money, all right, cool. You took a hit, you bounce back. You'll be able to bounce back. If you can't bounce back, then so be it, man. That's it. But at the end of the day, man, you're not gonna get nothing over here in America that's any better. You might as well give it a shot. Shit, you might as well give it a shot. Why not? But a lot of these people, man, like they say, they tricks. So everything that they do is always based around they materialism and stuff. It's about what they got. They leave with whatever their situation. If it's their job, it's the stuff that they accumulated. So if you take those things away, then they feel naked. They don't feel no. You know what I'm saying, they can't like rebuild their life. They can't start from the bottom. They can't humbly live someplace that ain't in their standards no more. So it ain't it ain't gonna work for them like that. It's gonna crush their ego and shit. Some of these dudes might commit suicide, but if they ain't strong enough to survive, I ain't got no love for them. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Get on up out of here, man. And that's the truth, man. Um, what else I was about to talk about? But yeah, but I mean, with a lot of these women, man, they like, and especially in this society, man, they're pretty much signed on to be your overseer. That's why they care so much about cheating and shit all day. It's the dumbest shit in the world. When most of them are the ones who do most of this, the so-called quote unquote cheating. So it's like, yo, but this what the woman is in this society here is your overseer. You know, they pretty much they monitor your movements, and pretty much that's what they are there for. That's why the female I was dealing with had that meltdown. It wasn't no meltdown about no food. It was a meltdown about the seriousness of the relationship. Every time we have a conversation about stuff, it was always based around that Bible shit and monogamy. And I'm like, man, I'm not sitting there having this conversation with you about that stuff. And it would never be if I mean, it's not gonna work because I'm not gonna be concerned. I'm not going to get my words together. I'm not going to be sitting here being